Well, really quick in this video, I wanted to show some of the changes I've made to my shop. I've got quite a few new subscribers since last year, since the last shop video came out, and I have made some changes. So one of the things I have done, there was a black work surface here, and the bandsaw was back where that table is now. This area has really opened up a lot. I've been able to open up some wall space so I can put some of my jigs, hang those up. I can put my dust collector over here, the theme baffle, and chop back, and a place to coil the hose up. But I do have to move the bandsaw out from here if I'm cutting something kind of deep to give me some room off the wall. But now I have some floor space when I'm breaking down like pallets and things like that, or I'm assembling something larger, and I can get it off of the workbench and put it on the floor. So I'm going to move the camera and I'll show you what all has been added to this bench that's now in a different location. Okay, so we are 180 degrees from the wall where you saw the bandsaw. So this actually is the outfeed table. My table saw is right there, and I feed things this way, and the bandsaw is there. The spindle sander and this disc sander were actually where my scroll saw is now. I'll show you that in a minute. The drill press was on this bench, and I have actually taken and mounted the foot underneath, so I've essentially lowered the overall height of the drill press by probably 2.5 inches, and that really helps to get the handle kind of in a better position. Also, this is the same height as the outfeed table. That way anything that's longer, I can have it come up on top of this surface here. Utilizing this space back here, there was never a whole lot of space in the floor anyways, so I really have opened that end up on the floor. That's the main thing. I can move the bandsaw out of the way and use the floor itself to work on. Okay, so let me start right here. I have actually added this shelf. So I've added my planes over here. I have my chisels on the edge. There's saws on that side. You might be able to see those. There's files here. I have a marking gauge that I've made for my hand tool work. But the disc sander was here. And then the spindle sander was here. And now I have the scroll saw set up here. This was the perfect spot for this. I did have to modify this stool, as you can see at the floor, that I had to raise this up, and my knees are kind of tight underneath here, but it is really comfortable. The other caveat to that was this magnifying glass and light, it really had to be 90 degrees to where you wanted it as far as the distance from the blade. So this was perfect that the arm was long enough and I was able to basically clamp it to the windowsill here. But by moving the bench back into the corner, moving the bandsaw back over here, and then moving all of these tools, the drill press, the disc sander, and the spindle sander, moving those back in one location, man, that was a game changer. I couldn't believe how it opened everything up. I basically leave my vacuum hose back there so that I can switch between the disc sander and the spindle sander, because this thing requires that you have used those two quite a bit. Continue to stay in touch with my channel. This guy right here is going to see a lot of use in the next several months, and I'm going to continue to put videos out on that. I do have some other straight up woodworking projects that I'm going to be working on. Again, I'm Bobby Sharp. Please consider subscribing. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you soon.